Step 3 in knitting the raglan sweater is to knit the yoke. So you've already divided your stitches into 4 different sections: the back, the left sleeve, the front, and the right sleeve. Now to knit the yoke, we are going to increase stitches on either side of our markers. And so this is what the adult sweater looks like. So it has a nice 2-stitch yoke going down between the back and the sleeve. And this is on every section. You have the same thing. So now we'll go back to our collar and where we have split our stitches into 4 different sections. And as you can see, we are going to start on the back section. So the interesting thing about this is that this pattern actually only has two different rounds. They'll have the round 1 and round 2, and you're going to just repeat those rounds until your yoke is the required length. So to start with, the first round we are going to do is an increase round. So this round, we're going to increase stitches on either side of each marker. And these increases switch between a PFB and a KFB. So you'll have to keep a little bit track of what you're doing, but probably the easiest thing to think of is that you are going to do a KFB before the marker, and then you're going to do a PFB after the marker. But in order then to get the two knit stitches down the yoke, we are going to first of all knit 1, and then we're going to do our increase. So it's after the marker, so we're knitting 1, and then we're going to do a PFB. So that's our first increase on the back. We knit 1, and then we do a PFB. So the next step in the increase round is to knit across all our back stitches until we have 2 stitches before our next marker. So this is our sleeve marker. So we're now before the marker, so we are going to do a KFB. And then we're going to knit 1, and then we're going to slip our marker. And now we're at the sleeve, the left sleeve. So for the left sleeve, again, it's after the marker. So we're going to knit 1, and then we're going to do a PFB. And then we'll knit across the sleeve stitches until we have 2 stitches left before the marker. Okay, so now we're before the marker, so this time we're going to do a KFB and then a knit 1. We'll slip our marker, and then we are at the front stitches. So for the front stitches, we are going to do a knit 1, and then because we're after the marker, we're going to do a PFB. And then we're going to knit across our front stitches till we have 2 stitches left before the marker. Okay, so we have 2 stitches left and we are before the marker. So we are going to do a KFB and a knit 1. We're going to slip our marker, and then we are at the sleeve marker again. This sleeve is worked the same as the last sleeve. We're after the marker, we're going to knit 1, PFB, knit to the last 2 stitches, then we're going to KFB because we're before the marker, and then we're going to knit 1. And then we're going to slip our end of row marker. So we just completed the increase round, which is round 1. Now we're going to work round 2. So now round 2 is very simple. All we do is we knit around the whole sweater. Every stitch will just be knit, and we'll pass the markers when we come to them. So after you completed your knit round, you're back to round 1, in which you will do the increase round again. And if you notice, we are increasing 8 stitches on every increase round. So you will continue working the round 1 and round 2, the increase round and the knit round, until you get the required amount of back stitches. So these are the stitches that are from your end of round marker to your first marker, your sleeve marker. So you will count these stitches, and when you reach the required amount of stitches for your back stitches, then you will be done the yoke. And you will finish with an increased round. You'll finish with round 1. Once you have the required amount of back stitches, you should double check on your chart in the pattern, and you should have the same amount of stitches. Both sleeves should be the same as what indicates in the pattern, and then your front stitches should be the same number as your back stitches. And then you will be ready to work on the dividing of the sleeves.